Hi guys, it's Kristen and I'm back with more information from our Lord Jesus. I was on here a little quicker this time, not much, but I have a lot to share with you. It's kind of overwhelming, so I'm going to try to get in as much as I can in a short video this time. Also, guys, before I get started, if you need a Bible, a physical Bible, my email is watchwomanforjesus @gmail. Send me all your info. I'll send you a Bible free of charge. And I'll also always in the description of the video include my PayPal, Cash App, and a post office box for anyone that feels led by our Lord to help me out. I could always use it, especially lately. And then a post office box for any letters or cards, okay? Now, I've gotten a whole bunch, like I said, and fog keeps reoccurring, coming to me over and over. And I believe it's going to be long duration type situation where there's too much moisture from rain and things, so then it gets evaporated into the atmosphere and it creates this foggy look, and that's kind of creepy, and I think that's all supposed to be that way for the times that we have coming. And he told me it's going to get quite foggy, and it's going to stay that way. So I just forgot to give that last video, so I wanted to be sure to put it first this time. And then also, guys, I've gotten a lot about dust in the air, tons of it, like big dust storms coming to places that didn't used to get them. And I've gave this before, and right after that there was a huge dust storm in I believe the Midwest. I know Chicago got hit with that dust storm. I'm not sure if these are man-made or a phenomenon from the planets and incoming things coming, causing a lot of different things that we haven't seen before. Like I told you guys, there's going to be even electrical storms because of too much electricity in the atmosphere, and they're going to just be zapping people with little tiny bolts every so often. So we'll have these storms, and you'll have to go inside for a period of time so that you don't get zapped, and I've been shown those as well. But also this fog and dust storms, and increase in the storms period, increase in just the magnitude of all storms, especially, tornadoes, hurricanes, and things. They're going to really amp up to the point of giving people panic attacks when they see that they're in, like, the bullseye on the news. When their area's in the bullseye, people panic. And I used to be scared of storms as a child because we were going to have this yard sale one day, but it was going to rain, so we moved it indoors to this garage that was attached to the house. And right outside the house was a satellite dish. And it was storming so bad that lightning came down and struck the satellite dish and came into the house through the electricity and kind of zapped me as I was sitting on a deep freezer inside the garage. Ever since that day, I was terrified of storms. I've gotten over it with the help of Jesus Christ, but most people that weren't normally afraid of storms are going to now start being afraid of storms. So I just want to warn you about those things. And then I told you also on my last video about the cenotes in Mexico. They're going to start filling up way past full and just surrounding the ground where they're at with water. And I've gotten more about that. So that's going to be a water event as far as the cenotes, but there's going to be so many other water events, just different places. And I believe one to be Italy, and I believe a lot here in the States, of just water coming up from the ground. And this is going to start happening anytime. He acted as if it's starting like now. So I'm not sure when this will be, but it will stump scientists. They'll be scratching their heads not knowing, what's causing this or any of it. So be on the lookout for that. Some things that I've given, guys, I had just noticed that had came to pass, and I wasn't even aware that some things I had given before actually came to pass, because like I said, I don't watch much news. I get most of my news online, and if I don't come across it, I just don't know that it happened. But several things, and I meant to write them down earlier, and I hope to do that and put in another video, but I just didn't get a chance to. But there was like 10 things, and I thought, wow, I gave that. And some of them are all the way back 2 or 3 years ago. It's so odd. But I also got Asteroid. It says, dream of the girl, or this was an angel actually saying Asteroid in my dream. And I told you guys I saw 2 asteroids actually hit on a Friday, one in the Atlantic, one in the Pacific, and causing huge tsunamis on the coast of the States. And then dream of going through other dimensions. So other dimensions do exist, and parallel dimensions, parallel universes. I was strolling through there just kind of looking at these people. I can't remember the whole dream, so I can't give it all to you, but it was very strange. And I just wanted to mention what parts I do remember in case, someone might have had some similar dreams to that. I did give you Thailand not long ago, and I saw on Pastor Paul, Thailand launches airstrikes on Cambodia as border clashes leave at least 14 dead. And then I also gave you guys hemorrhagic fever, and I saw that, and I gave you Nigeria, and I saw that in Nigeria, I can't pronounce the actual name of the virus. I think it's Lassa, Lasse, hemorrhagic fever virus has killed 150 people in Nigeria. So that's been there before. I think last time was 2018 when it got real bad, and they got a handle on it. So pray for that, guys, that they get a handle on this hemorrhagic fever, because those are something that really give me the heebie-jeebies. Okay. And then I saw also in Pastor Paul, National Hurricane Center is watching another potential storm off the southeast coast. I believe he's talking about Florida here. And I think this is the hurricane that I've been warning you about in the last 2 videos. So pray about that as well. And then I told you guys about the dust storms. I get sugar over and over, and also Earth's magnetic field, and then extreme pressure on the Earth. I got floods in Africa, more flooding also in the States. A dream of sugar and Coke both. So I think that might have had to do with Coke switching to cane sugar. But I thought at first that it was a crypto, because there is a crypto on BitGet called Coke. So Coke isn't a crypto. That's why I wrote that. Also, when I gave you guys Genius Crypto last video, I didn't realize this, but the act that they just passed that caused this last bull run of crypto was the Genius Act. That's what they signed into law. So that's why I kept getting Genius, and I wasn't aware until I saw that on the news. And then Alabama warning, I got another warning for Alabama. Also Utah, I've gotten that over and over. Boston, I've gotten over and over. I keep getting red wine for whatever reason, I don't know. And then also, guys, I got freezes on what, I don't know. I got that weather will be really extremely hot, then it will get really cold unseasonably, so that tells me that it's supposed to not be cold yet, but it will. Then I got Uber for whatever reason a couple times, and I got, as you can see right there, guys, I looked up the meaning of it because I got the word fissure. A huge considerable crack in the Earth's crust is coming. I'm not sure where all. I know we're going to have extreme earthquakes and several volcanoes going off. So I'm not sure if this is the one that my husband told me about that was in Alaska, or if it's talking about a different one. And I did get this one other time, and it was right out. There was one in California, I believe, not far out from LA. That was a huge crack in the desert out there that went for miles. So also today, guys, I've gotten poisoned 3 times. I'm not sure why. I got gas, and I believe that to be a crypto, or else something's going to happen to raise our gas prices extremely high, because I did see that. I gave you guys that a few videos ago. And then also I got siege. I had to look up the meaning for siege. It means to surround a certain place, kind of like a blockade, and not allow them to get any, things that they need, food or, items or anything that's needed into that particular area. So I'm not sure why I'm getting that. Also, I got several cryptos. I got near, I know that's a crypto, and then to divert Also, arrow, AERO, cloud, sky, and sun. Not for sure when you should purchase these, but remember, I do get things that are 2 or 3 months ahead, okay? I also gave you guys a dream I had where the 144, each person was supposed to save a celebrity. And in my dream, I was supposed to save the Osbournes, Ozzy and his family. And I said, Lord, could you not give me a harder one? Because, I mean, they do call him the Prince of Darkness. But, yeah, I thought he meant for later. And unfortunately, I saw where Ozzy did lose his life this past week. So pray for his family, please. And I hope the rest of them do find the Lord. And then also, I kept getting Hulk. And I thought he was talking about the Incredible Hulk. I didn't realize or even remember about Hulk Hogan. But he also lost his life in the past week. If you could pray also for his family. I do know that he was saved and baptized before he passed. Also, I get Burning Down the House again. Private Eyes Watching You again. Those are both songs. And then a bunch about eyes. I'm not sure why. I did get Fifth again. I'm not sure if he's talking about the Fifth Amendment in NATO, where it says if one is attacked, then everyone helps. I hope not, but I believe that could be the case. Or because on TV you see all these people pleading the Fifth. Maybe that's why, but I've gotten it several months ago and I got it again. Also, he said get fabric, just fabric, to keep for later. Also, I got, I said a cow in England because I got the word Ayrshire, and I was wrong. It's in Scotland. So there is a place in Scotland called Ayrshire, and also a type of cow called Ayrshire. Not sure why I'm getting those yet. I got rich, also debt again, and then gas, and I believe, like I said, that is a crypto. Okay, so guys, I got a lot more to give you. It's kind of overwhelming. If this gets a little long, I'll just probably say the rest for the next video. So I'll give you a few more things here. The airplane crash that I gave last time did happen. It was in Russia, and it was pretty bad. I just saw this earlier also on my phone newsfeed. So a huge airplane crash in Russia, flight 1492. It says trial by fire. I thought that was interesting. But 48 people on board, all 48 did perish. So that's very sad. I thought when he gave me this airplane crash, it was going to be in the States. And then I got King on June 24th. I got King. I got Sons with an S 3 times. And then I told you guys about getting Genius as well. And then I said, yeah, I had a dream last night about 2.5 months, and then I don't, really know if he meant actual 2.5 months, or if that was a different time frame, because of course we're not always on his time frame. And then I got Sevens, Stonehenge, more protests. I got Utah again, Wisconsin. I got Debris. And then I saw also my newsfeed, guys, where a huge metal ring plummeted to Earth that apparently was in space. And I had given you guys that something would fall, and that I also gave ring at that time. But that's been probably over a year or more ago. And so I was shocked that I didn't even see it until now. But it did happen. I gave it before that. Also, I got Bytes, B-I-T-E. I believe that to be a crypto that's on BitGet. I got Summoned, and then Jesus said Headpiece and Grapevine, and I believe that to be the Crown of Thorns. I'm not sure yet why he's telling me about it. I got Bite again that day, and then Joubert Syndrome. I believe that to be something that some children get soon. Also, Bruce, and that's a crypto. And then Bride Exits. Also, Mexico warning again. And that was on June 24th. Some of these I sent to my tablet. They just didn't upload the last time for my videos, so I wanted to be sure and give them to you. This is June 16th. I got Utah again. West Virginia, fulfilled. because I had given that the time before. Flash flooding hit there. Dreamed 2 nights ago that people had boils on their skin, and then I misspoke in my last video. I told you guys that was people in I don't think I said Missouri. I don't remember what I told you. I think I said Mississippi, but it's actually Missouri. So attack on Missouri, and then I saw some people with boils on their skin. Also fires on oil refineries, and then got oil 2 times. And then a dream, I had to give some man the Heimlich maneuver for choking. And this was like the 2nd or 3rd time that happened. Also, I've been getting guns, also guns for hire, and then the word gunshot over and over. And the word Eden keeps coming up, and I believe that to be a crypto. When I looked it up, there were several, so I'm not quite sure which one he's wanting to give, but I keep getting it. I got it earlier today. And then one I forgot to give you, a dream of being at Kings Island again, which cracks me up. And I was wanting to at least ride my favorite roller coasters, the Vortex, and another one, but I couldn't think of the name of it before we had to leave. Also, then I got Bride, and then I got Church. So I believe it to be him telling me the 144 will go, then the Bride, then the Church. And also I got Boots from God. Also, I think, well, maybe he's wanting me to get rain boots because of all the rain I'm seeing. Also, I got train 3 times again. And then I keep getting the word uric or uric acid. And then I keep getting birthright. And I thought he was talking about the 144. But then this was right before all the news talking about birthright citizenship. So then I thought, well, that was it. And then also I got Tennessee right then, but that was on May 15th. Probably about major storms in Tennessee. So, yeah, it seems overwhelming when I give it all to you guys, like, quickly. I'm very sorry about that. I just want to be sure to put all the information out that he does give me. And so I'm going to tell you also about this dream. I kept dreaming of my stepdad's sister and my stepmom. Both of their names are Valerie or Val, which is very strange. I'm not sure why I saw both. So something significant with the name Val, V-A-L. And then I also saw the twins, which she had, and keep seeing sets of twins. I don't know why. And then also I got scar and scarring in my dream and while awake, and then gastric. And so that's stomach problems. And then I got Kraken again. I said crypto exchange or ocean monster. I'm not sure. It's like they name things that are significant for, ancient past, so that now if we're hearing that, we're not sure, what we're getting. If we're talking about the sea monster or if we're talking about the crypto exchange. But then that day I also got fissure again. So that was June 10th. So that was probably before the one in Alaska. I'm not positive about that, but I would say so. And then I gave you guys about, the database error and things coming up on as far as the internet attack that's coming, or cyber attack is what we call it. And then also I got fans and also a barge. Something about a huge barge. I'm not sure, why I got that, but I guess we'll see if something about a barge comes soon in the news. And then I gave you guys Hillary Clinton and Bill not long ago, and I believe those 2 people will be in the news. And then I had that dream about Springsteen being in my car, and then not long after that, he was over somewhere bad-mouthing America right after that. So that also came to pass. And I kept getting acid around the same time. So I believe he's talking about acid rain coming from the volcanoes, which are about to erupt, because there's going to be several. And I believe it to be acid rain that's coming. So we'll see, guys. And then I did get the word terror attack, Nevis, adverted, and then adjust, and then erasure, E-R-A-S-U-R-E. That might be a crypto, I'm not sure. And then cliff. So, yeah, I did also tell you guys already about this dream that I had, but these are news clips about Ozzy and him passing, And then, yeah, remember about this hurricane and pray against it, guys. We're going to need all the prayers we can get. And your prayers do work to lessen things, so keep that in mind. Just keep praying about whatever you need, and anything that you've been told's coming that's not good like that, pray against it. And I'll be back on, guys, with more information just as soon as possible, okay? Hope you guys are all well. I missed you, and I'll be back soon. Love you all. Shalom.